Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on.
Ready for whatever. 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 Ready for whatever.
I'm in the truth now, I can't turn back, you know why? General Muhammad said I don't have permission to die. They hit you with Christianity, that's how they get you hypnotized. As soon as you close your eyes, your neighborhood getting gentrified. Go against my army brigade, you a dumb nigga. I got an AR-15 with a thumb trigger. ISUPK, stay in the groove like a nigga on a record. We move in twos, when it jump off, we'll be there in a second. Don't test the best, guns cock, aiming at your chest. If you wear a vest, straight dome calls, what a mess. If you cool with us, no need to stress, just say less. Ain't no need to guess, UPK above the rest. Black boots, black shirt, black pants, nigga. Black war scarf, black gun, make you dance, nigga. It's UPK all day, I told you from the start. All my niggas got courage, they ain't scared, they got heart.
Ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever.
Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on.
Ready for whatever. Ready for whatever. Ready for whatever. Ready for whatever.
Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on. Alt right, alt left, Republicans and Democrats, conservatives and liberals. All of them be snakes, they rats. The neo-Nazis making threats, they say they hanging niggas. My brothers strapped, ready for the race war, so how they figure? We got artillery, much weaponry, so bring it on. I'll make that AR-15 with a scope, sing a song. First they came in Nick, then Chappelle, man, fuck Viacom. Send them evil curses, I pray the terrorists drop a bomb. Israelites, my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. We stay tight and you never separate us. We the army of the Lord and together we mesh. Pack my tool when I roll with the crew. When the order come down, then I know what to do. Shamar on point, keep a lookout too. If you think we slipping, you a motherfucking fool. Breaking down the scriptures, letting you know the world's a trap. Brothers got their crowns uncovered, sisters got their heads wrapped. The wicked flee when the priests and prophets on the scene. We bring the order to your city, UPK supreme. I got that 45 on me like I'm Michael Jordan. Enemies coming up missing on milk carton. When the UPK step on the scene, all these rappers get more nervous than taking the COVID vaccine.
Ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever.
Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on.
Ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever.
Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on.
Ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever, ready for whatever.
Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready for whatever? We stay ready. We ready. We ready for whatever. Come on.
Ready for whatever.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move, it post. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slip king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Woo, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand. Got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. Coming up on my
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you doing life? These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we saved it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Know it's arc, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion.
Hey, I'm just following.
right. All right. Let's give the Lord a hand. Clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General Yohana, you understand? And this is the ISUPK Port Arthur / Beaumont Wednesday Law class, where we go over the scriptures, our scriptures, because we are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And this Bible right here, this Holy Bible is our book. Holy Bible comes from the word Quadash. Well, holy comes from the Hebrew word Quadash, which means set apart or separate. And Bible comes from the Latin word Biblos, which means records. So Holy Bible translates to set apart or separate records. These are separate records for blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. The records for the Israelites. These are our records. And then our laws in these, our prophecies, you know what I'm saying, our wisdom, and our law, statutes, and commandments. So this is for us as a people, as a nation, to be great, you know what I'm saying, under the Most High, because we are God's chosen people. And with that, you know what I'm saying, we are this is Wednesday. This is the law class where we go over in these records, these separate records. We go in these records and study our law as a people. You know what I'm saying, what we do and what we don't do. So what the things that separate us from the other nations and make us a wise and understanding people, a great nation, or the great nation that we're supposed to be, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. But that's all in this Bible. That's what we do today. And the title of today's class is The Transgression of Fornication. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're gonna go over today, you may already know about fornication. You know what I'm saying? That is pretty much sleeping around, you know, sleeping outside of your marriage. You know, saying, cheating on your wife or cheating on your husband. But there's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church leads you to believe fornication is. But there's much more to fornication than just sleeping around and cheating on your spouse. You know what I'm saying? There's physical fornication, which we're gonna get into. It's composed of adultery. You know what I'm saying? Which is that sleeping around that you're familiar with. Adultery, we're going to get into that. Then we have a sexual abuse. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to say it, but for those that don't know what that is, it's rape. That's in the Bible. Rape or sexual abuse. Then we have other forms of sex, which are like alternative lifestyle or homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Or even bestiality. Those forms of sex, which are unlawful. We're going to look into it right now. That's physical fornication. You know what I'm saying? There's also spiritual fornication, which the Christian church overlooks into teaching you. Spiritual fornication is pretty much being a whore to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because as a nation of people, the Israelites, we commit spiritual fornication when we, you know what I'm saying, worship other gods, when we celebrate Christmas or celebrate Halloween, which just passed, Thanksgiving, or put any of these idols in front of our Most High. It's like the Most High, our God. We put any of that before Him, then we're being whores to whatever we're whoring ourselves out to. Whatever other religion, you know what I'm saying, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam. You know what I'm saying? Any of that otherness, other garbage, if you will. You know what I'm saying? We're being whores. We're giving ourselves to someone else, because it's almost like we have a relationship with the Most High, and we're cheating on the Most High for that other nonsense, if you will. That's spiritual fornication, and we're going to get into that also. But first, I'm going to start off class. Well, first of all, we know we have our Bible. This is the King James 1611 Holy Bible. This is where we get our scriptures from. We also have our King James Apocrypha, which has books that are not found in the traditional Holy Bible, because these books were taken out of the Holy Bible because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. So we need this as far as in our study, and also, and then third, we have the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. The Zondervan Bible Dictionary that's not compact works also, but here we're using the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary because we use this for, certain words in the scriptures that we may not have a full grasp of, or we don't understand how the scriptures were trying to use that particular word. It breaks it down in this book right here. These 3 books is what my Adawan likes to call your Israelite starter kit. You need these 3 books in order to begin studying and come back to your culture and get an understanding on your culture. But with that, let's start today's class. The transgression of fornication. So with that, let's look up fornication in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary and see what it has to say. 1 second, Bible Gashak. All right. This is the Zondervan Bible Compact, Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary definition of fornication. Unlawful sexual intercourse of an unwed person. And it gives scriptures on it as well. That's another good thing about this book. It gives you the definition. It gives you scriptures in the Bible pertaining to the definition. So some scriptures that it gives is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, and then 18. But also it says on fornication, it was commonly associated with heathen worship. Jeremiah 2 and 20 and Jeremiah 3 and 6. Heathen worship, and was used as a figure of disloyalty to God. Just like I said, that it started off with saying unlawful sexual intercourse, which we're about to go over now. That's fornication, of course. Any unlawful sexual intercourse, and then also a figure of disloyalty to God, heathen worship, that spiritual fornication that we're also going to go over. So pretty much, we're going to start off the physical fornication. We're going to get into that by going into the scriptures and seeing what God says about some of these, or most of these physical fornications that I have here, starting with adultery. Because we know that's unlawful sexual intercourse. You know what I'm saying? When a man sleeps with a married woman, a sister already has a husband, but a man sleeps with that woman, that's adultery. We're going to get into it now. We're going to go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. And what I'm going to now is pretty much the Big Ten, the 10 commandments. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor, he knows about the 10 commandments. He might not know about the other 600 or 600 plus laws, statutes, or commandments, but he knows about the top 10. He'll tell you not to disobey those, even though he will tell you that it's okay that you can disobey those, because your Christian pastor will lead you to believe that nobody's perfect. But that's another topic, though. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor is leading you astray. He's a greedy dog that's only after your money. You know what I'm saying? The only law, statute, commandment that he's strict on is paying tithes, because that's all he's doing it for, is your tithes money. But here in the ISUPK, we're trying to lead our brothers and sisters into a path of inheriting the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Of getting that righteous judgment when Christ comes back, because Christ will be coming back soon, and from the looks of things, he's on his way. He's coming back soon. But getting back to the scripture, Exodus chapter 20 and 14. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read on a little bit just to give you some reference of where we're at, a little bit of context. This is the Big Ten, the 10 commandments that were given to Moses before the rest of the law was given. So verse 15, Thou shalt not steal. Verse 16, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. In verse 17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is in thy neighbor's. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we know right out jump that we can't do as a people. You know what I'm saying? We can't be jealous and think that covet, you know what I'm saying, means like, oh, I should be the one that has that. He ain't nothing. I should be the one that have a beautiful wife and a beautiful family, or all those riches, or everything that he has. That's coveted, and that's part of the 10 commandments. But the commandment that we're looking at is verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's one of the 10 commandments. So that part of fornication is we already know is a law not to do. So let's get it a little bit more of what adultery is. We're going to go to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So it's giving you a little bit more of what adultery is. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely look it up with the Zondervan Bible Compact Bible Dictionary, and I will do that. But right here, I'm not gonna go over that. You know what I'm saying? It's saying that the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So that's how much of a serious sin this was. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping, breaking up a household, it was making your sister a whore by sleeping with a married woman. You know what I'm saying? You and that woman will be put to death. That's adultery. So let's look up adultery in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, just to get a little bit more of understanding on what it is. All right, this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary definition of adultery. In the Old Testament, sexual intercourse, usually of a man married or unmarried, always with the wife of another. One of the 10 commandments forbids it. The punishment for both man and woman was death, probably by stoning. The Old Testament used adultery as a figure for idolatrous worship. All right, there we have it again. It talks a little bit about that spiritual adultery also. You know, like whoring yourself out to another god. You know what I'm saying? That's spiritual adultery. But pretty much it says a man sleeping with a married woman, both of them will be put to death. That's adultery. And that's a big no-no. You know what I'm saying? Not only is that against God's word, you know what I'm saying, but it's a lack of brotherhood too. You know what I'm saying? It's making a whore out of your sister and breaking up that family and pretty much spitting in your brother's face. You know what I'm saying? Spitting in that sister's face and that brother's face. And the scriptures also say, I think Yahweh said this, I'm paraphrasing of course, but those that commit adultery, they lack understanding. You know, so I'm paraphrasing the scripture, but it's their heart is not in the right place and they lack understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what's they lack understanding because they don't know what's really worth. They don't know what's really worth being worth. I mean, for lack of a better word, for worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Pouring out your sister and sleeping with your brother's wife You know what I'm saying? You lack understanding because you don't know what's right. You don't have a good understanding of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? You're not a righteous person. You're wicked at heart. So that's why the scriptures say that you lack understanding and your heart's not in the right place. But we're gonna get some more on adultery before we go to our other acts of fornication. So we got Exodus. Now I'm gonna go to in the New Testament. Those were the law. That was in the law of Moses. So that's the law that reads that we're not supposed to commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? In the Old Testament, the law of Moses. Now we're gonna go to the New Testament in the book of Mark and see what it says about adultery. Because let's remember, you know what I'm saying, the New Testament is mainly about Christ and Christ's teaching. And the disciples also. So what they had to say about adultery. We know that they taught from the Old Testament. They didn't do away with the law. They didn't teach brothers and sisters that they could do, you know what I'm saying, anything that they want to do now that Christ is here and about to die for them. They didn't teach that. They taught to continue keeping the law. To you know what I'm saying? When they said Christ said, you know what I'm saying, not one jot nor one tittle be exempt from the least of the law. But we're going to Mark. Mark 10:2. I feel like it's 10:12. And this scripture right here, you know, what I'm about to get into now is pretty much what your Christian pastor, you know what I'm saying, what they shake their finger at most of the time. What they're getting into by, you know what I'm saying, you can't cheat on your husband or your wives. Men don't cheat on your wives. That's pretty much what I'm getting into now. So let me pull it. This is the book of Mark, chapter 10. I'm going to go up to I'm gonna go up to 11. This is the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 11. And he saith unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her. Okay, so pretty much, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much saying you just put away you got married to a woman and you didn't keep that relationship with her. You put her away immediately. You know what I'm saying, with no cause. You committed adultery to her because you know that woman is going to be going and finding another husband. And under God's eyes, she is still your husband. So really, you just made her adulterer and you were adulterous to her. And I'm going to keep going to 12. And if, verse 12, and if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like we already know that sleeping with a woman that's already married is adultery. But this right here is Christ talking about, you know what I'm saying, not putting away your already married spouse. You know what I'm saying? Not leaving them. You know what I'm saying? You have to stick that relationship out to the end. It's a lifelong relationship. You know what I'm saying? So husbands, when you put away your wife and go marry another, you're being adulterer to that woman. You know what I'm saying? You necessarily wouldn't be stoned like the adulteress and the adulterer when she goes sleeps with someone else, but you will receive the judgment. You know what I'm saying, when Christ comes back. You know what I'm saying? Because it was your fault that she had to go and sleep with another man. And then for women, you know what I'm saying, when you cheat on your husband, you already know you're being a whore. You know what I'm saying? You're only supposed to have one husband. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to have multiple husbands. There's no sneaky links. You know what I'm saying? I know what do you call it? Sexy Red and what's her name? Ice Spice or whatever the Sukiana, all of these so-called vixens that promoting this lifestyle of sleeping around. You know what I'm saying? That's not a wholesome lifestyle. You know, they know it's not wholesome, but do they know it's not righteous? Do they know that, you know what I'm saying, when Christ comes back, their judgment will be swift? And, you know what I'm saying? Christ might have their head taken from them just for being so fast and living that way. I'm saying we're not supposed to be whores, sisters. We're not supposed to be whores. And we're not supposed to put our sisters in a position to be whores, brothers. So that's what Christ was saying in the book of Mark. And I have two precepts on that. I have Deuteronomy 22 and 22. Let's go see what that says. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Again, you know what I'm saying? We're going back on. We're harkening back down on. It's like harping back down on the evil that is for the nation. The lack of brotherhood is showing your brother or being a whore, making your sister a whore. You know what I'm saying? Being adulteress or adulterer. You know what I'm saying? Whoredom is not permitted in Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's breaking up families and making our sisters, our princesses, look as if there's something less than what they actually are. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sin. You know what I'm saying? Both the man and the woman will be put to death. So we got to understand of what adultery is. I'm not gonna pretty much I don't want to beat that dead horse too much. So let's get into sexual abuse, which was formerly known as rape. You know what I'm saying? So it's lucky I don't want to get cut, but that's what I'm getting into, sexual abuse. So I'm going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, the same chapter that we're in right now, Deuteronomy 22, and I'm going to go right on to 23, the next verse. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, verse 24, then ye shall bring them both out of the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. So pretty much, this is saying, when in verse 23, when it's saying, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed, a virgin meaning let's look it up. What the Compact Bible Dictionary says about the word virgin, because the Christian church leads you to believe that's just a woman that never had sex before. When we in the ISUPK know different. We do our due diligence here and we study. So let's look up what the word virgin is in the Bible dictionary. Israel, give me one moment, please. All right. All right, this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary definition of virgin: a young unmarried woman. Pretty much, she's unmarried. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much a woman that had a husband, but her husband died and she became a widow. She, in this sense, she would then become a virgin. She had sex before, you know what I'm saying? She may even have children, but in this sense, she's a widow. She does not have a husband anymore. She's unmarried at this point. And now she's a virgin. She's ready to be married. It goes on to say, it is also figuratively, it is also used figuratively to personify a city or a state. Okay, a young woman of marriageable age. You know what I'm saying? She's ready to be married. She's the right age to be married, whether married or not. Only the context can give it the force. Virgin. That's heavy right there. It says it in the Bible dictionary. Only the context can give it the force. Virgin. So when we're using the word virgin, it can be used to describe a city even or a state. So we have to look at the context. So let's go back to what we have here. Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, which means given unto a husband to lay with, and a man find her in the city, so that virgin, so pretty much at this point, the virgin is given to a husband, and the husband has her. That's a married couple now. But then the virgin, another man, a different man, finds this woman in the city, and then he lied with her. So then, verse 20. So that's pretty much adultery, which is why it says in verse 24, both of them shall be put to death, because she did not cry aloud and say, "Stop, I have a husband," and because he just decided to lay with her. That's a sexual abuse. That's a form of sexual abuse. So sexual abuse will be punishable by death. If she said, you know what I'm saying, "Stop, I have a man, you know, I'm married," then in that point in time, the man will only be put to death. But since she didn't say anything, only the woman is gonna. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna continue at where we left off. So, and if a man find her in the city and lie with her, verse 24, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with the stones that they die. That the damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. Verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. There you have it. So pretty much, if a man forced himself on a woman and she cried out, I'm saying, then he's gonna be put to death. And we don't tolerate sexual abuse in this nation. So that's an example of sexual abuse. Now I'm gonna give an example of what sexual abuse doesn't look like. What something that's not sexual abuse, what a regular consummation would be perceived as in the scriptures. And that's in the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And I'm doing this because the Christian church leads you to, you know what I'm saying, what they're teaching you is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Some of these Christian churches and even these fake Israelite groups, they say so many different things about what sexual abuse is. You know what I'm saying? They may try to use these scriptures and twist them up and say that you can lie with, you know what I'm saying, a young woman, or you can lie with you can sleep with a woman even though she doesn't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do recall Nasty Nate, or one of Nasty Nate's people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give him too much glory, or not glory, but too much shine. I'm not gonna pretty much talk about him too much. You know what I'm saying? Pump their heads up. But I do recall them saying something along the lines as, if your wife is not trying to sleep with you, you can still force upon her because that's your wife and that's your property. So that's sexual abuse. These Christian churches and these fake Israelite groups, they're leading you astray. They don't know these laws, statutes, commandments. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the spirit of the prophets, and they are not prophets. But what I'm getting at now is a form that's not sexual abuse. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? You have to woo that woman, and then woo her to be able to lay with her, and then at that point, you know what I'm saying, it's consensual. Both parties are agreeing to it, and she was a virgin at that. She was unmarried. At that point, you have a new wife now. She is your wife, and what does it say? He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? She is now your property. That's what sexual abuse doesn't. That's what was the opposite of sexual abuse in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? What the men, what righteous men, how righteous men start marriages and families. They entice that woman. They show the woman. You know what I'm saying, if you get with me, that, you know what I'm saying, what you have to offer as a man, as a righteous man. And if she wants her reproach taken away, surely she'll get with the picture and she'll get with that man. But those are some forms of adultery and sexual abuse. So next we have was a physical fornication. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the lesson is alternative lifestyles, which is also known as homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Alternative lifestyle is a transgression of the law. You know, whether you fight for your rights or think that just because America says it's okay to do, or whatever country says it's okay for you to do, in the law of the Bible, if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, the God of this Bible does not agree with it. And also sees it as an abomination. That's what we're going to get into now. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 22, verse 23. All right. Slocky. It's not 22, verse 23. That's the wrong scripture. I believe it's 18 and 20. I got it wrong in my notes, but it's 22 and 18. Uh, 18 and 18 and 22. It's lucky. I wrote it down incorrectly. But we're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. So men, if you're laying with another man, if you're laying with man as if you would lay with a woman, then you're not supposed to do that. It says that the book of Leviticus is in the Torah. It's one of the first 5 books of the Bible. The laws, and it has the law, statutes, and commandments given from the Most High to Moses to the children of Israel, as in what we can do and cannot do in our laws. And here it says, what man is not supposed to lay with mankind as if they lay with womankind. That's an abomination. An abomination, I'm not going to look that up for time's sake, but an abomination is pretty much something that brings disgust or hatred. And the Most High is disgusted with that. You know what I'm saying? You laying with another man as if you lay with a woman, you know what I'm saying? That's disgust. That's not natural. That's not the way the Most High created you. And if you are Black, Hispanic, Native American, it's against your culture. You're not supposed to be doing that. It's an abomination. So that's homosexuality. That's the law on that. You're not supposed to do it. Or alternative lifestyle, if you will. Alternative lifestyles are lifestyles against the Most High. They are not righteous and they are wicked. And those people will be getting their judgment too when Christ returns. Those people that think that, you know what I'm saying, YOLO, you only live once, or do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You was born this way. You was born to live an alternative lifestyle. If you weren't born that way, then you wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It felt natural from the jump. No, that's not the truth. Here it says it. If mankind lay with mankind as if he lay with womankind, then that is an abomination. You're not supposed to do that. Then we go into more acts of fornication. You know what I'm saying? What was fornication again? Any unlawful sexual act, sexual intercourse that's unlawful. That's what fornication is. Whether it be adultery, sleeping with a married woman, or sexual abuse, it's forcing yourself upon a married woman and laying with her, or you know what I'm saying, alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's mankind laying with mankind, or womankind laying with womankind. These are all unlawful sexual intercourses. Next, you know what I'm saying, and how we're gonna end this off is not the class, but this part of fornication, physical fornication, if you will. We're gonna end with bestiality. It sounds treacherous. Just saying that word sounds horrible to me. It makes me pretty much, you know what I'm saying, get a bad feeling in my stomach and a bad taste in my mouth just thinking about it. But this is Esau's kingdom, and he is a despicable, disgusting bastard. You understand? He leads us into doing things that we never would imagine we're doing. And now, you know what I'm saying, we have our sisters sleeping with animals. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with animals, or brothers, our brothers, you know, sleeping with animals too. This is bestiality. And the scriptures say something against this too. It's the next verse. So we're at verse Leviticus chapter 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. This is confusion, man. That's why this place has to burn, man. This is modern day Babylon. Babylon pretty much was a place of confusion, a place where people got to worship, you know what I'm saying, whatever God they wanted to, and lie with whoever they wanted to, and sleep with whoever they wanted to, and pretty much be called whatever they wanted to. What does that sound like? That sounds like America today. Pretty much you can identify as whatever you want. You're saying people have to respect your pronouns. People have to call you this if you think you are or belong to this particular group of people. You know what I'm saying? You can identify as whoever or whatever you want. And you can sleep with and make a marriage with whoever you seem to do too. And this is despicable behavior and disgusting too. That's why this stuff is. That's why this is modern day Babylon, and this place is gonna fall, man. This place, the Most High is gonna send His Son, Yahushua, and those 100 million angels and chariots, and they're gonna burn this place, man, because of what this place has done to the children of Israel and got the children of Israel to start doing. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites have to be lifted into up from this place. We gotta start from anew, man. Like Babylon, it actually means confusion. That word means confusion, and this is modern day Babylon doing things like this, lying with beasts. You know, it's disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are forms of physical fornication, man. It's unlawful sex. Now we're gonna get into spiritual fornication, because your Christian pastor, you know what I'm saying, he won't tell you anything about spiritual fornication, because he really is leading you into fornicating spiritually. You know what I'm saying? When your Christian pastor has you celebrating Christmas, or has you celebrating Thanksgiving or Easter, you know what I'm saying? Easter is pretty much worshiping the fertility goddess. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Worshiping all these false idols and these gods, man. That's not your custom. And the Most High is strict about this. The Most High said you're not supposed to worship anything but Him. You know what I'm saying? He's a jealous God. And that's what we're going to get into right now. Spiritual fornication. You know what I'm saying? Giving your spirit away. Being a whore with your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping something that you're not supposed to be worshiping. Because you already have a contract with the Most High to worship Him. That's your marriage, Israel. We're talking to the whole nation, brothers and sisters. We're married to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So when we go out and you know what I'm saying, we start burning sage and celebrating Halloween and celebrating these holidays, and even falling into other religions. You know what I'm saying? Buddhism, You know what I'm saying? Islam, Christianity is it may be using the Holy Bible, but that's not what the those aren't the that's not the culture from our God. That's not the way of the Israelites. That's not what the Most High God, you know what I'm saying, wants His chosen people to be doing. That's pretty much living a lifestyle and claiming that you love the God. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping a white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is the mark of the beast, man. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much white supremacy was that used our records to put the Esau's agenda on us. You know what I'm saying? Because with Christianity, what do? We believe Jesus is a Caucasian. We believe Jesus is a white person. What do? You know what I'm saying? We fall short of keeping the law, statutes, commandments. We eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, catfish. We don't keep the law, statutes, commandments. What do? You know what I'm saying? We fornicate with our congregation, man. You know what I'm saying? We sleep around. I know the Christian church, they say not to do it, but they also say God will forgive you. God, come as you will. When we know as the real Israelites, as the real keepers of the law, we know that God doesn't hear the prayers of sinners. You know what I'm saying? Christ told us to be ye therefore perfect. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep the law with perfection. But let me get into it, man. Spiritual fornication. So I'm gonna take us to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Back to that the 10 the what is the Big 10? The 10 commandments. Because if the 10 commandments, they're not, I'm not gonna say that they are the top 10 of importance, but we know from the New Testament that Christ said the most important commandment. Well, I guess the 10 commandments are the most important commandments. Because what did Christ say? He said the number one most important commandment is to love God with all thy heart and all thy soul. Number two, love thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I'm saying? Show some brotherhood. So that would co-align with what the 10 commandments say. Because we're going to go to the first commandment in the 10 commandments right now. The first one. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. I'm gonna go up to 20 verse 1, just so we got some context of the 10 commandments and where we are with that. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, verse 2, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. There it says it. No other gods before him. He's telling us what's up right here. This is what he doesn't want from us. Things that he does not want from us. The Most High does not want from the children of Israel. I'm going to read it over. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. That means that Christian cross that you wear around your neck, you know what I'm saying, that Jesus fish that you put on the back of your car, you know what I'm saying, that communion that you eat every Sunday and think that all your sins are being forgiven, you know what I'm saying, he don't want nothing before him. You know what I'm saying? The Most High comes first. Doing what the Most High said to do, like he said in the book of Deuteronomy, keep all his law, statutes, and commandments. That's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Nothing comes before the Most High, and we have to do what the Most High says to do. So that's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. I'm going to keep going to verse 5. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. No graven image. You know what I'm saying? No cross around your neck. You know what I'm saying? No communion. No Jesus fish. You know what I'm saying? No stone. No worshiping no stone for no Islam. Or no burning sage or burning incense or having that altar and having that little thing with Buddhism. Hitting that little bell or whatever, saying Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. None of that. Don't put any of that before the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let me read from the top. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the earth beneath. Don't put anything on the earth, but that's on the earth. Like don't go worshiping other things. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce and what do you call it? The queen bees, or what is it called? The beehive. That's pretty much idolatry. That's worshiping something on earth. You know what I'm saying? You paying all this money and you doing whatever she says to do, and you being wherever she says to be at. You know what I'm saying? You worshiping this woman, and you part of this little group. You know what I'm saying? Not to do that. That's something on earth, and you putting that before the Most High. Let me keep going. Or that is in the water under the earth. You know what I'm saying? Don't worship anything under the water. You know what I'm saying? All these false gods, you know what I'm saying, from the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Esau and his ways, his little methodical creatures or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like Thor or what have you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In today's time, you know what I'm saying, we pretty much look at that as entertainment. But that's what Esau was really pushing on us to believe. And we did believe that at one point in time. We were worshiping Esau's gods. You know what I'm saying? All of those Greek mythologies and what you call the one holding the earth, you know, the Atlas and Cronus and all of them. You know what I'm saying? We really fell into that when we were in his captivity at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But the water Yahweh Shah for the truth finally coming out, and that becoming so absurd to think about. But you know what I'm saying? Now we know it's a joke. But we actually did believe in Hercules and what do you call it? Zeus and whatnot. We really did used to worship these guys that were like it says in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. I'm gonna go on. Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. The guy right here is saying he's a jealous God, man. When you start to look towards anything in the place of that takes the place of the Most High's place, you know what I'm saying? The God, the creator of everything, and he puts you in the position that you're in. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be in a position of greatness, like man, Hispanic man, Native American man. But we fell short of following our God, you know what I'm saying, the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. So right now we're getting the whooping stick. You know what I'm saying? We're getting disciplined by the Most High. That's why we're in this captivity. That's why we're living in these booths and working these slaveries, you know what I'm saying, being oppressed by the oppressor in his kingdom. But you know what I'm saying, we're supposed to be on top of all this. Pretty much every Black and Hispanic and Native American family is supposed to have their own land and their own crops and livestock and their own families. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, we're supposed to have handmaidens and maids and maid servants and whatnot. Slaves, you know what I'm saying? These other nations are supposed to be given to us as slaves, bondsmen and bondswomen. But right now, you know what I'm saying, we are pretty much the bondsmen and bondswomen. But that time will come change. And where was I? Khan. The Most High is a jealous guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, he doesn't want us to put anything in his place before him. You know what I'm saying? He sees you, you know what I'm saying, burning sage, or he sees you, you know what I'm saying, praying to Buddhism or praying to Hinduism or Islam. He sees you praying to these other gods. He's getting jealous. He hates it. You know, that's why it's the first commandment. Back to verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Jumping back down to where I was in verse 5. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So yeah, there you have it, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he looks at when you put these other guys in his place, he looks at that as being a whore, man. Just like husbands, and husbands should be able to relate to this, because if you have a wife, you know what I'm saying, and she's your property, you know what I'm saying, she's your spouse, and you love her, and she goes sleeps with another man, you know what I'm saying, start serving that other man. That's that disgust that you have with her. You know what I'm saying? You cheating on me. You breaking up the family. You're not listening to me no more, and you listen to somebody else. Because we know from the scriptures, the head of the household is the man. It says that, you know what I'm saying, the woman is supposed to submit to the man, The man's supposed to submit to Christ, and Christ submits to the Most High in that order. You know what I'm saying? So when the woman starts submitting to somebody else, they're breaking the hierarchy. They're breaking up the they're breaking up the rank of things. Pretty much the hierarchy of the household hierarchy. They go into another household doing another man's bidding. You know what I'm saying? They're sleeping with another man. They're being a whore to that man. They're being a whore to their husband. That's what we're doing when we decide to celebrate Christmas or celebrate Thanksgiving or Halloween. You know what I'm saying? We're put, or even Easter, if you will. You know what I'm saying? We're putting these holidays up. The scriptures say in the book of Amos, you know what I'm saying, we're not supposed to celebrate no other holidays. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he despises those feast days, and he despises those solemn assemblies. You know what I'm saying? He despises it. The smell of that Thanksgiving turkey makes him sick. He hates it. You know what I'm saying? And when we do that, we're pretty much idolatizing. We're doing idolatry. You know what I'm saying? We're putting something up. We're worshiping something else. You know what I'm saying? When we're celebrating Thanksgiving, we're worshiping this turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like Command General Yohana says, we got to eat the turkey a certain way. We got to eat the turkey with certain people. We got to eat the turkey on a certain day. We got to cook the turkey a certain way. We got to do something with leftovers of the turkey. You know what I'm saying? We have to serve this with the turkey. We got to say these prayers before we eat the turkey. You know what I'm saying? We got to do all this. We're worshiping that turkey, man. And really, the symbolism of that turkey is, you know what I'm saying, our brothers and sisters, from our Native American brothers and sisters, being slaughtered by our oppressor when he deceived them. Because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. Devil means deceiver. And our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, who was Esau, he deceived Black, Spanish, Native Americans several occasions, upon occasions. But that's neither here nor there. But we're talking about spiritual fornication. You know what I'm saying? We're putting these other things before the Most High God. We're fornicating spiritually. We're being whores. We're being whores to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We're deciding to leave our obligation or our marriage, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship that we have set with the Most High and go for something else. You know what I'm saying? We want it both ways. We're being a whore, man. We're whoring ourselves out. And the Most High despises that. I'm gonna bring some other scriptures on that. I'm gonna take us to the book of Exodus, chapter 34 and 14. Because the Most High, it says all throughout this book, man, that we're not supposed to serve any other gods but the Most High. He's a jealous God. You know what I'm saying? Emphasis on him being jealous God. You know what I'm saying? Just like if a man had a wife and his wife went and laid with another man, that man, the initial husband would feel some type of way. He would be feeling jealous at first. You know what I'm saying? He may feel sad in the end and then lose sight of caring so much because it is what it is. That's how he may feel. But at first, he is going to have feelings of jealousy because that was his property. That's how the Most High feels with us, Israel, brothers and sisters, Black man and women, Hispanic man and woman, Native American man and woman. We are the Most High's property. And he doesn't want us, you know what I'm saying, going with some other guy, you know, putting anything or anyone before him in his place. But back where I was, the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. There again, he's a jealous God. I'm going to wrap it up for time's sake. I'm going to take us to Exodus 32 and 20. Give us an example of pouring ourselves out spiritually. Because if we remember in the Old Testament, you know what I'm saying, right after we came out of the land of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, right after we came out, right after the Most High Spirit us, the children of Israel, what did we start? And as soon as we were given these law, statutes, and commandments too, what did we start doing? We start worshiping other gods, that golden calf. You know what I'm saying? We built a calf made of gold and started worshiping it because we wanted. We wanted. I'm gonna break it down. We're gonna take this to the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 20. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 20. Well, I'm going to go up. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 19. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw a calf and the dancing. And Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tablets out of his hands and brake them beneath the mount. Verse 20, and he took the calf which they had made. So let me backtrack. So right when Moses was given the law, statutes, and commandments, or the 10, if you will, he was given those 10 commandments. So we read that earlier. That's in the book. That's in the book of Exodus, I believe, chapter 20. Right, the book of Exodus, chapter 20. Right as you know what I'm saying. The Most High wrote on the tablets, you know, the 10 Commandments. He was bringing them back down to him. He went back to the camp, you know what I'm saying, the congregation, where the people were, because the people didn't go up to the mountain with Moses to speak to the Most High. Moses went alone. He went on the mountain by himself, and then he went down and then gave the word to the Israelites. But as soon as he came back with that word, he saw the Israelites dancing and had a golden calf, and his anger, he was like, man, damn these hard-headed kids, these children, man, my brothers and sisters, we're stiff-necked people, man. We can't get it in our minds just to listen to our Father, you know what I'm saying, the Most High. We want to celebrate, dance, and serve golden calf. They made a calf, a cow out of gold, and they were dancing around it and worshiping it. You know what I'm saying? The children of Israel at this point, they wanted to worship a golden calf because that gold, you know what I'm saying, that gold represented, you know what I'm saying, pretty much like a spirit of stunting almost, you know what I'm saying? Stunting and being flashy, you know what I'm saying, gaudy, because they just came from captivity out of Egypt. They wanted to feel you know what I'm saying, feel dignified about themselves. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to feel you know what I'm saying, like what's a better word? They wanted to feel. I mean, I can't think of the word Slovakia, Israel, but they wanted to have a little flashiness. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to feel better about themselves. They needed a God made out of gold to serve, to be like, man, that's who I serve. I serve this shiny gold thing, and you know what I'm saying. It's looking so good that's who I worship. It's gonna make me look good like that too. You know what I'm saying? They wanted gold rather than just a regular stone calf or a wooden calf, but they wanted gold to worship. And I'm gonna keep going to verse 20. Verse 20. And he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water and made the children of Israel drink of it. Verse 21. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? Pretty much, that's a sin, man. The people always did. The Israelites always were a stiff-necked, hard-headed people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're suffering the curses we're suffering now. That's gonna be. I want to touch upon that also. That's gonna be my last scripture, going to the curses, because it says in the curses that we, in the times we're in now, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna know who our real Father is. We're gonna serve other gods, wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to put it. I can paraphrase it because we're running short on time. But yeah, it said in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and I believe in the 64th or the 68th verse. You know what I'm saying? It says, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna serve. We're gonna be lost. It's just a paraphrase. We're gonna be lost. We're not gonna know who our Father is. We're gonna serve other guys, wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? And that's a curse in itself. Because where are we today? You know what I'm saying? if you found this truth and you know the truth about the Bible, and you know about your heritage and your God, that you're God's chosen people, and your lineage, you know what I'm saying, you know who you come from, and you know what you're inherited, then that the Most High in Christ, you know what I'm saying, the water Yahweh, why Yahweh shot for that. But a lot of us don't know who we are. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing. We're blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and we're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, and we know nothing about the law, statutes, and commandments. We know only what the media tells us, or what the oppressor tells us, or what the Christian church leads us to believe. You know what I'm saying? That's what it says in that scripture. Here, let me pull it. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. So Israelites are the so-called blacks and Native Americans and Hispanics. We're scattered all around the earth. It's black and Hispanic people in China that don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, them being an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? They only know Buddhism or whatever God they serve in China. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. They or their fathers, you know what I'm saying, their forefathers, they didn't know these other guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna serve them. That's part of the curses, because think about it in this respect. Say you were a child, you know what I'm saying, and your father, you were in your father's house, and your father gave you, you know what I'm saying, some food every night. He gave you some pasta and some bread and some milk for dinner every night. You know what I'm saying? That he did that. Why? Because he's feeding you. You're his son or his daughter. He wants you to be fed. And he's feeding you. But when you go outside, you don't know where your house is anymore, and you go to some other house. They're not gonna feed you that pasta, milk, and bread anymore. They're not gonna give you anything. They're gonna give you what they think they should give you. They may give you cigarettes and water. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting what you're supposed to get anymore, because you don't know where your father is. That's where we are now as Israelites. You know what I'm saying? It's Israelites. This curse is speaking of. It's Israelites all over the world not knowing who their real father is. They're serving other guys. They're not going home to get that dinner anymore. They're getting some BS nutrition from some other guy. So not only is spiritual fornication a no with the Most High, but it's a curse. You know what I'm saying? It's not what we need as a people. You know what I'm saying? It's leading us astray. And we're gonna get the salvation that we deserve as a nation, or the judgment that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? In that remarks, because we're gonna get what's due to us when Christ returns. It's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? With this spiritual fornication that's going on in Israel. You know what I'm saying? These are people that are claiming to be God's chosen people, killing each other, not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments. Over there, you know what I'm saying? It's a disgusting place over there. It's like I just said about physical fornication, homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Tel Aviv has the most alternative lifestyle parade on the world. You know what I'm saying? They're showing the most abomination. They're showing the most vagrant display of the abomination under the Most High in their place, in their country. And that's why the judgment they're getting is being served to them right now, with much more to come. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High, he sees these things as abomination. Spiritual fornication is really for the children of Israel, but you know what I'm saying? You get the gist of the picture, man. You know what I'm saying? Judgment will come to who deserves it, man. You saying that you the child of the Most High, you know what I'm saying? You saying that you God's true chosen people, and you living your lifestyle like that, you know what I'm saying, having a massive a massive parade of abomination. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest parade in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in today's class, you know what I'm saying? Man, this kingdom will fall soon. And World War III is upon us, you know what I'm saying? It says in the book of Revelations, there will be wars and rumors of wars. You know what I'm saying? We already got World War III upon us, man. You know what I'm saying? I pray that you all watching, you know what I'm saying, get with the picture, man. You know, try to get in that all black if you're a brother. Or try to you know what I'm saying, get your Hebrew name if you're a sister. You know what I'm saying? Get into the school, man. You know what I'm saying? Start doing the work of the Lord, man. Get on the righteous side. You know what I'm saying? So when Christ comes back, you won't have your head, you know what I'm saying, chopped off under his command. So maybe your head might get a crown and you might be ruling some type of nation or kingdom or whatnot. But with that, you know what I'm saying? You know, am I in class with that? You know what I'm saying? We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Also, in South Texas, the South Texas Cookout is coming soon. It's November 23rd through the 27th. You know what I'm saying? All our family is welcome. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are welcome. No charge, free of charge. Come and, you know what I'm saying, celebrate with us. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time with the Akim and Akwathian. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a great time. We're going to a slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be learn how to butcher and cut and not butcher but dress the animals that we decide to eat. You know what I'm saying? These techniques and skills are good to learn. You know what I'm saying? In these times, because we can't always depend on grocery stores. We're not gonna soon the time is gonna come that we're not gonna be able to go to the grocery store and buy beef. We're gonna have to have our own foods and hunt our food to eat. But that's what this cookout is not only going to be teaching us how to do that, but we're going to just be having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Music, game. There's a scripture breakdown class from the general. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's a lecture from Commanding General Yohana himself. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be out here in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's free of charge. But if you do want to support, you know what I'm saying, the GoFundMe link is in the description below. You know what I'm saying? You can click that link and you support the cause. Any donation is appreciated. So I'm going to get to the security announcements. Slovakia. Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. From the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ai Sharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, Feast of the Dedication, a Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Thursday, the 7th of December, 2023, for 8 days. Can be found in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And that concludes the security announcements. All right, with that, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Baruch. To the sisters, Shalom. Yahweh Shamar Elatan Bashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom.